Hello, everyone. Hopefully, you are enjoying your time. Today, we are joining to discuss about homecoming of Sri Ram. As you would have already know, 22nd of January, it would be already morning time in India at this moment. While I'm recording this, we are seeing a huge uptake in festivities across all of India as well as in US. Pretty much all the temples in the US are actually conducting Pran Prathistha here in the US. And I can see there is a quite a bit of overlap between Pran Pratishtha happening in India, especially around Ayodhya. I also got to learn that all the TV channels, news channels, all the media outlets are basically doing the live coverage of Pran Pratishtha that is happening in Ayodhya. And all the celebrities, political parties, etc., are all congregating near Ayodhya for basically starting out this event. If you see what is the significance of this event, well, uh, almost for 500 years, there was a court battle to create a Ram temple on Ram Janmabhoomi here. And if you see, when BJP came to power, and even in their earliest manifesto, they said that they are going to create Ram Mandir. And in Modi's time in the last 10 years or so, finally they are able to achieve that. Not only they got a verdict from Supreme Court in the favor of Ram Mandir, but they even kick-started the building of the whole temple itself. It seems that it would be one of the biggest temples that they are going to make. And it has definitely historic significance because Ayodhya is supposed to be the birthplace of Sri Ram. And another thing that I would like to say is that there are a lot of benefits with what is happening around Ayodhya. One, the city will see a lot of development. I mean, as it is, they used to welcome a lot of pilgrims all across the world who used to visit Ayodhya. But with the lot of focus and the festivities that are going on, I'm thinking the whole city of Ayodhya will see a lot of development. I'm already aware that all the real estate near the vicinity of the Ram temple has shot up in prices by 2x to 3x already. And in the coming months and years, it will continue to go up. You will get to see a lot of hotels. You will get to see a lot of bazaars that will basically come across, because in India, pilgrim places are very high tourist traffic destinations, because a lot of people in India for tourism go to pilgrim places. So even people who are like not well to do, even people who may be like lower middle class, upper middle class, all kind of folks basically visit pilgrim places. You can name it. Like I remember growing up, we used to go to Vaishno Devi, that is in Jammu Tawi. You used to go to Jammu Tawi from Delhi, and then we used to walk 14 kilometers all the way to Har Ki Pauri, and then to basically Vaishno Devi Shrine. I remember growing up, pretty much we used to go there every year in summers. So one, it used to get us like a lot of enjoyment, because generally Jammu used to be very chilly as compared to Delhi, and it was just fun because we used to take bath in Ban Ganga there at that point of time. So those were the days a long time back. Me, my brother, and my dad used to walk there. My mother used to skip because she didn't feel comfortable like walking 14 kilometers, but all three of us used to walk there all the time. So those days are past, but then there are other places as well. There used to be Mehendipur Balaji in Rajasthan. It was near Bharatpur. Then you used to have Vrindavan near Mathura, where which is known to be the Janmabhoomi of Sri Krishna. And again, we have been there as well. Then you had Varanasi, Sangam, Prayagraj. Then in the south, you have Shirdi Sai Baba. A lot of people go for pilgrim there as well. Then you have Tirupati Balaji. People go for pilgrim there as well. So I mean, India is full of various pilgrim places all across the board, whether it is in North India or in South India. They're all spread across, and you would see that a lot of people from all over the world, as well as all over the India, actually go and visit these pilgrim places, and these are all tourist spots as well as, because when even if you go back like 20 to 30 years ago, India was not that well to do. So there was not a very good concept of tourism in India, and whenever people used to go for pilgrimage, that used to constitute as tourism. So most of the time, if you would see our parents or our grandparents, for them tourism was to go to any spot of pilgrims, right? So that is what people understood as pilgrim places. And people always say there is like four dham yatra, right? So they go to Badrinath, Kedarnath, I think Dwarka, and even Sangam in Varanasi. They used to call these as Char Dham Yatra. So everyone once in a lifetime tries to go for all these four different places to complete their entire life cycle. I wanted to share that all these festivities that are going on, I got to know from some of our relatives that a lot of the apartments that are there, they have been illuminated with lamps and lighting very similar to that we see during the Diwali time frame. So there is a very big festive mood across India, and to some degree, even in the US, a lot of the temples out here have actually built a lot of festivities. They are doing programs. There are cultural events that are happening here as well. So it tells me, even though we are far away from India, there is this huge kind of occurrence of like festivities and huge interest in, like, okay, Pran Prathistha is happening in Ayodhya, so basically nobody should left behind. I also got to know in certain states, such as California, there is a car rally that is going to go to pay homage to the Pran Pratishtha ceremony. And I'm sure across the US, in multiple other states as well, there must be certain things that are going on. I myself visited today morning, and there were a lot of festivities going on. There was a lot of good food we ate earlier today when I went to the temple in the morning, and we plan to go even now in the evening. Also, there are some celebrations going to happen. We shall go in the shortly after few, like maybe in another 15-20 minutes, and check that out. What I wanted to say there is that there are quite a few benefits that will happen from this episode. One is that a lot of people in India who used to take Hinduism for granted would kind of start thinking that, okay, there are significant places that Hindus basically follow, and Indians follow, because according to historical perspective, or a religion perspective, or even from spiritual perspective, there are certain cities which are known to be auspicious cities in India, such as Ayodhya, which is the birthplace of Sri Ram. People will have like kind of cultural renaissance by seeing that. And so I think a lot of people who are young, who may not have grown up seeing Ramayana, Mahabharata, those kind of TV series, which used to be broadcasted in 1980s and 1990s. Um, we saw that while we were growing up, so those were very fascinating. A lot of people today may not have seen those kind of series, and for them this would be a good kind of a segue into like learning like what exactly Ram is all about, what is the significance of Ayodhya. And I also think that UP as a state, right, it is the most populous state in India, and quite backward as well, because it doesn't have a lot of development. This making Ayodhya at the center of attraction would attract a lot of investment, and also because a lot of pilgrims will start coming in, uh, the whole economy of that city would basically go many folds. I am also aware that the Sangam near Prayagraj has also become very famous, and a lot of effort has been done by the government to create places where whenever a Kumbh Mela is set up, People can come, people can stay. It has become very neat and clean and very well organized. So it helps to bring in all the pilgrim traffic, all the people who are wanting to visit there. So that basically helps build the economy of the city, and it basically helps the state as well. So I think this is on the good side. Again, we'll get to see a lot of people coming in, and it will be broadcasted all across the world, and it will create a lot of hype around this festival. Another thing I would like to say is that BJP will get a lot of mileage from this, because one, they would basically consolidate Hindu votes across, and since they have done something which is kind of never done before, this is landmark for them. And as India goes into election mode, I'm sure that BJP will have a lot of benefit from this specific episode. So, as any political party, they would like to leverage everything and demonstrate that they were the ones who did it, and basically ensured that they brought in the Ram Mandir in Ayodhya, and they're inaugurating the starting like foundation laying stone for the Ram temple. And they will get a lot of huge benefit about it, right? So that's given, no taking away from there. Now question is, like, should we be doing these things? Like, there are a lot of questions and doubts about in the minds of people that so much money has been spent, there is too many festivities going on, UP being not so rich state, why is so much money being spent on something? So which is a valid question. I think a lot of people are asking that, and this is the way I think about it. So I think, as far as Hindu philosophy is considered, God, as we call it, are basically omnipresent, meaning that they're available in each and every living thing as well as non-living thing, and they are present everywhere. So you don't have to go to a specific temple or a place to seek God. God is within us. That's what the Hindu philosophy is. So from that perspective, if you see, this is just material thing. A temple is a material place. It may have significance because that is where Sri Ram was born, but then at the end of the day, what you will see is essentially that essentially what you will see is that the God is lies within us. So from that perspective, maybe the celebrations and all those things may not be required, but that's just a basic thinking. Having said that, when we are happy about certain things, specifically like this was a great contesting point that Ram temple should be created, we should be able to celebrate that. So in Hinduism, even that is acceptable, that if you like certain thing, if you like to create an idol, if you like to worship something, you should be able to do that. So a lot of people have sentimental and religious values associated with that. So in that point of view, it's okay to create and celebrate, because if you see, one thing that happens in India which is very different from the rest of the world and other countries is we really cherish our festivals, and we are very warm about those festivals. That's something which is different and very good about India, that all the festivities that we have, especially around religious festivals, be it Holi, be it Diwali, be it Janmashtami, or even just Lori passed out few days ago. Any of these festival, Baisakhi, like you name it, a lot of festivities are there. People share sweets between among themselves, and even they basically offer food for the needy and things like that. So from that perspective, it is not too bad, because at the end of the day, if you are not going to demonstrate, if you are not going to create get grandeur, then people would not know about it, right? So if you think religion is very private thing, so you can do whatever you want in your home, but then when you look at outside, it can be very grand thing as well. Problem is that you need to have combination of both, right? People always question that at the end of the day, there is a lot of money that is going to be spent, so why can't this money be diverted into, let's say, creating more hospitals, creating more schools, etc. The point is that there is a time and there is a need of different things at different point of times. today is the need to create this Ram Mandir, right? So the funds and allocation for Ram Mandir will be different from, let's say, funds for freebies that governments give, or funds for, because it has a symbolic, reference to a deity, which is Sri Ram. And it is almost like Ram is coming to their own place, and a whole temple will be created there. So I think I am kind of agnostic to it. It could be seen as like a lot of hype being created out there, and of course, it is going to benefit BJP very multifold. And this will automatically seal the deal for BJP because of all this hype and all. There is a high likelihood that this will consolidate a lot of votes for BJP, and chances of their winning will increase multifold. But having said that, uh, even either way, right, it will also be very useful for UP as well, given that they will get a lot of funding. They will see a lot of growth happening, they will see a lot of tourists coming in. So economic development of Ayodhya will also happen. So this will, as I said, like all the pilgrim places in India do attract a lot of pilgrims who visit them. So overall, I think this is a great opportunity to go back, spend time with friends and family. If you are in India, maybe you may want to go check it out. Maybe not like today, etc., but maybe in a day or two, or even after a week or something like that, to see like what kind of experience you can get there. I myself wanted to go to at least Varanasi, but I have never been there. Maybe when I visit India, maybe I'll plan a trip there, because I got to know that it has become very neat and clean, and the arrangements that they did on Kumbh Mela or even during Earth Kumbh was very good. So I would definitely like to check it out. But for today, I wish everyone great success. And if there is one thing that we can learn from Sri Ram, is to continue to focus on our goals and achieve them with dedication. That's one thing I'll leave you as a note. And as always, I would say, please like and subscribe. Please share these videos if you like them. Do suggest any kind of other areas that you would like for me to deep dive into. I'll try to research them and share those thoughts with you. For now, again, I'm going to say that these festivities are not only limited to India. A lot of temples in the US are also doing Pran Prathistha in their own respect. There is a lot of festivities going on here as well. In fact, I also visited Iskon temple yesterday, and they had created almost, if during Janmashtami, they used to create small figurines where they would show the story of Sri Krishna, how he was born, how he was taken from Mathura to Vrindavan, and how the whole story of Kans and all went through. Similar way, yesterday when I went to Iskon temple, they had shown the story of Ramayana, like how Ram was born and how they went to Vanvas, how they killed Ravana, and things like that. So when I took my kid there as well, it was a very good way to depict all those figurines and tell him that, okay, see, these are the models of different key episodes that happened. So it's a great way for kids, and even for us, it looked really good to see all those figurines, because it's very difficult to do that here in the US. In India, I think it is very common during Janmashtami. They always show different small models through which they basically portray the story of either Janmashtami or Ramayana and things along those lines. So I'll take your leave for today. I hope you enjoy your time. It's still like winters at this point of time. So try to exercise, spend time with your family, and do write to us. It is very good honor to see your comments. It's very enriching, and it does support us as we look through your comments. And do tell us what are the other areas you would like for us to cover. We'll definitely cover those, and whenever we get time, we'll share those podcasts. So far so good, and we'll shortly meet in our next conversation. Please do subscribe, like, and share these videos. Till then, goodbye. Have a nice day.